Hello everybody, sorry about that. Just getting the microphone set up and yeah, the game audio as well is messed up. There you go. I'll get this sorted for you in just a second. There you go. That should be that sorted now. Nope. Nope. Hey, there we go. We have game sound again. Right. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I was testing some production-y stuff and I had not been able to fix that, by the way. But yes, Tera Vicious playing in a scrim versus Paladines. Just waiting for both to get ready. They're starting out on Scrim's row, which is an interesting choice. And another thing that is not right is the score. Obviously, it is only just started. It's not 4-0 already. It is just 0-0. Just waiting on the teams getting ready, but looks like Paladins have readied up. Tera Vicious not quite ready just yet. And then we should be good to go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Looks like they're both going to go for the zombie comp, this sort of rush comp, but we're actually going to see the Mei and the we're going to see the Mei brawl coming out from Tera Vicious. Scoreboard is wrong as well. But just have to turn the scoreboard off. I have not got the scoreboard set up correctly either, unfortunately. But anyways, game is progressing, and it does look like it is going to be a very quick first point take from Tera Vicious. They're in red, and Paladines in blue on the brawl, getting taken down quite quickly. Managed to stall out for a while there in that first fight, but just not able to get the picks that they needed here. As you can see, they do have a very stacked roster here on Tera Vicious. A lot of familiar names here: Creed, Orcio, Nate, Neko, Tom. You may know some of those from Alpha Centauri, old and less old or older, depending on where you come from. But Orcio, obviously, once upon a time was on the Alpha Centauri roster and has now joined a few of the old Alpha Centauri members on Tera Vicious as we enter this 4K scrim. And so far going very well for Tera Vicious. A nice jump over the slam by Creed is going to avoid that. Kasuni Rush is going to come through as well. The Death Blossom from Orcio gets used. They're also going to invest the overclock as well. They want to take this fight pretty rapid here. Do Alpha Centauri. And Creed doing the right thing there in the Blizzard, turning away to avoid getting headshot while frozen up. And the Winston, and that gets walled off here, but does have that jump ability as well. But Ismail MC gets a nice kill there. Still learning names, sorry. Neko gets a nice pick as well. And it does look like it's going to be turning in Alpha Centauri's favor, going towards this second point. And so far, so good from them, only having a little bit of a delay here. Orcio just playing this Reaper very, very well, taking control of these high grounds, using the, obviously, that teleporting ability, and actually uses Wraith very well there to avoid that railgun shot coming in from Magizant. Doesn't avoid that one though, and that is a beautiful shot from Magizan as they're going to push in now. They're going to take that second point already and start bringing that cart forward, but Alt B is going to send them back to the spawn room and make them come again on this third point. But 4 minutes 30 seconds on the clock is quite a lot of time bank available to them. Paladines coming through, getting blocked out here by that Matrix and needing a little bit of support in this center line. Alberti getting in very nice and close, very aggressive here. We're seeing Magizan charging up that rail gun shot very fast. They're just waiting for the opportune moment. But it is Nate on the countering Surgeon who gets that first pick in the fight here and is going to lead Alpha Centauri, Habit with Creed on the main tank. Lead Tera Vicious to another fight win, going and holding the spawn door. Slam comes down on Alberti as well, but there is the window. They've used this a bit aggressively. I don't think that was wise. Yes, they're going to be able to touch with no problems here, and they're going to take down most of Tera Vicious as well. Only Orcio on the main in the backline there, having switched over earlier on as we entered this sort of more brawly section of the map as well. You'll see Creed also switching over to the Reinhardt as well in the previous sort of engagement as they entered this point, mirroring the compositional choice here from Paladins. And again, it is Malik MC is the first to find a pick here, and it's a nice clean headshot onto Orcio, and the lamp has to get used here to try and save Creed, but it's not going to be enough, and it does fall down, and Creed soon follows here. But a nice Maywall coming in onto a very aggressive Alberti, but the slam comes down, and that's going to save them as they're able to escape freely from that after that. But unable to find too much value with the slam in itself, but obviously that spawn, having that spawn and not being dead is a valuable thing in itself. Creed's going to be holding this corner strong, nice and big and strong, getting the hammer out where possible. It's got Fire Strike online here. Slam comes down, and that's a huge slam from Creed, but the beat is even bigger coming in from Magizan. Is actually going to keep a lot of the sustain in, and it still takes a long time before Tera Vicious can get their value that they need in on the objective here. And a good stun in there, but it is enough to get close enough to get the touch in. But they are going to complete the map with 1 minute and 30 seconds left on the clock. Now, of course, we'll be switching over to Tera Vicious's defense and Paladins attack to see if Paladins can do any better than Tera Vicious did. And it looks like we're going to see some of the pretty much of the same style of composition here. In the meantime, I'm going to see if I can get the scoreboards set up. As fast as possible. But yes, okay. While that's doing that. Right, progression in we go. And we have Alberti coming in, taking control, trying to take control of this statue, but that is where Tera Vicious have set up, trying to get the May Wall in. Doesn't able to get the May Wall in here. Our Paladins, but Tera Vicious, however, still falling very, very low. Creed gets taken down, and again, they're going to aggress in. And we saw a very quick fight on the first capture from Tera Vicious, and it looks like we're going to see more of the same here. And that's a huge charge coming into Orcio from Paladins Alberti. Alt B, sorry, I'll get there, I'll remember. And they're going to get that payload moving. They're actually going to hold quite an aggressive position here. They don't have that bat, which is kind of dangerous, especially with Maywall in play. Also getting the pick there onto Ismail MC. And that is going to be a strong, massive slam coming through from Alt B, though. He's going to try and turn this in favor. Also getting very close and personal with Paladins there. Not what you want from your May without any backup. And was able to escape in the end there. But still, here comes the slam through. A huge block coming through from Alt B to deny that coming through. Magizan following up with a beautiful couple of picks as well, getting the headshots needed. Tom just dancing around on the cart here, trying to get as much progress as humanly possible. Ismail, you know, these icicles can be deadly when throwing down choke points just like that one. Ultby gets walled off here. Can they get through? They do. They manage to use the cart to break that, but there is the blizzard coming through from Orcio, and that's going to be followed up nicely by the likes of Creed coming in on that main tank. Creed, Tera Vicious holding this corner, not going for the choke point, but just holding the corner. Doesn't want to be too far away from the cart here, but that does mean if they do lose a fight here, they could be losing second point. And Magizan is going to start off this fight for Paladins very nicely. The Maywall comes down again, but again too close to the cart. The cart actually breaking that almost immediately there, and it is just going to be an absolute blitzkrieg here, as Tera Vicious doing a great job actually getting out of the fight, staying alive, giving themselves a chance to contest the car before it gets to the end of the map. But they need to keep everybody nice and healthy, and you can see there the health bars doing very well, and good communication there to make sure that they go to the right side of that May wall to try and get healing back through. And there you go, there's the over aggression from Alt B. Is actually going to cost Paladins the value that they need in that fight, and they're going to be the ones on the back foot now trying to escape, as Demios Demeso. Oh my goodness, that shouldn't be so hard to pronounce. Oh, the slam coming in from Creed is massive, using the wall hack there. There is the block going to deny the charge, but the damage has already been done. Already taken down Alt B, and it is going to be sending them back to the spawn doors yet again here. And this is a good second point control for Tera Vicious, holding that cart very, very nicely. And he's also just trying to charge up that blizzard. They are still pretty low on ultimates here. Tera Vicious, they don't have anything online here. They're trying to get that Maywall up, try and buy them some time. There is the window coming down from Iones, but it is not going to be enough on its own. They need something with it. And there comes the blizzard come through, but the beat is there to deny. Too much value there. They don't turn their backs and they are going to lose their heads in payment for that. As you can see, Nate taking the heads clean off the shoulders of Alt B and Iones. Beautifully played by the Tera Vicious team. Alt B coming in though has that shatter online here, ready to slam it down. It's going to go a flank here. Can they find anything with it? No, they've been spotted out and both overclocks being used, but it is Nate who comes out on top in that battle there, getting the head off the shoulders. Gonna drop down and finish and complete the cleanup as well. 30 seconds left on the clock to complete the second point for Paladins. They've got plenty of time to do so. They've got the Mayo and the Slam still available. They're going to take a rotation around the top here, trying to take an alternative way to the car, trying to come in from the high ground, get Magizan up on that high ground. Already been very, very valuable for Paladins up there, but already taken down by Orcio, and that is going to be a huge cost. And here comes the blizzard, but no one touches the car, and they are going to lose the round because of it. This is where we find out. Oh yes, everybody, it's caster 1, your favorite caster here. Caster 1. There we go. But yeah, let's see in the quick break if we can sort the scoreboard out. Best we can. In the time that we have, and Paladin's going to make a switch around, and then we should be good to go. And we'll be getting in soon. How are we doing in chat? Classic Creed W, absolutely. Just steamrolling in as expected. Our next map, by the way, is going to be Lijiang Tower. I will let you know that just now. Just so you're not waiting to find out what we're going to get here. But yeah, I'm just trying to get this sorted. Our scoreboard's going through a little bit of a buggy stage at the moment, so I have to do this manually, so it takes me a little bit longer than it would otherwise normally, so I apologize for the delay. Hopefully we get it fixed soon, and we don't have to worry about this. But yeah. But yeah, basically now we should have the scoreboards ready to go. We'll soon find out when yeah, there we go. We're gonna have Paladins on the left. Of course, I need to actually okay, we're jumping in, so I'll have to finish fixing it in the next map so we don't miss anything here. That one, sorry. There we go. We're going to see a little different look from both teams. We're going to see a ball coming out from Altby here. Tracer and a Pharah. But there you go. Nate gets taken down immediately from Clouds. And that Pharah pick has been already shown its worth as they're going to get the first cap from the back of that. And that is a very nice tracking there on the Pharah. And we're going to see the match coming through by Orcio on the Pharah. We saw them play Pharah the other day and get quite a lot of value. But we're going to see how they do in today's match. And you can see they're going to take an alternative rotation. Kree going to go onto the Hog here, trying to be a pain and definitely sort of cause Alt B a little bit more problem. Clouds, though, just going for the ground Pharah at the moment, waiting for an opportunity to get this sort of positioning on the barrage, and actually going to barrage right on top of all of them, get a 3k off the back as well, and it's just going to be the Kiriko of Neko on point to try and do something, not even stall out really, because they already don't have control. And Orcio gets a nice couple of direct shots onto Clouds, has to come back. Clouds a substitute, of course, coming in for this particular map. And the Pharahs are going to be battling out in the sky, it seems, from this perspective here. Orcio coming in from the higher angle, trying to find something, trying to make something happen. Still just going to be waiting on that as soon as we can. Gonna get some shots in. Clouds is gonna be able to take down Nate though, and that's gonna be the difference maker. And a hook comes through. The hook is huge onto the Pharah, and this could be it with the Kasuni rush as well. Kasuni rush and the Pharah, a little bit of an odd combination because it's very hard for the Pharah to get too much value from it, but dropping down just like that, Orcio showing the value. But meanwhile, on the flip side, Clouds taking down one, taking down Orcio as well, out of barrage. And this is looking very, very clean coming in. A completely different new look from Paladins. And turns out to be a very strong new look for them as well. Should be good to go. Hey. Only took me until like halfway through map 2, but we have a scoreboard and it is working finally. In goes Clouds. Creed is the one on the horse here, getting a bit focused down. But it is also flying a bit close to Clouds, and Clouds again being the one to get the better of... In fact, sorry, no, Clouds flying too close to Orcio. Orcio finally getting the upper hand in the Pharah duel in the sky. I need to learn how to read a scoreboard, everybody. Or a kill feed, that's for certain. Definitely not my day today. Not my day today. But that's okay. I have you guys for company, and I'm sure there'll be many, many clips taken from this as evidence for why I shouldn't be behind the casting wheel, as it were. But I'll tell you who is doing a great job here, and that's Creed on this Orisa, taking a bit of energy from the weekend, of course, seeing some astounding Orisa gameplay at the weekend and trying to mirror what they saw. I have to say, Pharah pick from Nate, the Sombra pick from Nate as well is an interesting compositional choice as well. Not used to seeing it, but I think it's completely here to try and deal with Alt B on the boards, causing a lot of background issues for Tera Vicious here. And so far, Tera Vicious are the ones in control of the point. There is the EMP coming down. Can they find anything? Also, beautiful barrage there. And the protection is just going to seal the deal on that one, denying any more damage. Beautifully played there by Tera Vicious to make sure they had that protection for Orcio, because with this composition you don't have the Pharah that you'd normally see, or you usually used to see in Overwatch 1 at least, to help sort of mitigate that damage. Instead they had gone for a little bit more ground presence with this Orisa, and unfortunately using the ult there wasn't able to find anything. You saw that Kiriko just was able to teleport out using the Uzu as well to try and survive there. Pulse Bomb comes down from Ismail MC, and we're going to find close duel out on point here. Creed using Fortify very effectively to sort of control the point here. Also finding another pick, and there you go. Just take it 1 point to warm up that Pharah for Orcio, and they have really come alive in this second round of Lijiang Tower. We will be jumping into a third point on Lijiang, where it is a chance for Paladines Eternos to flip the scoreboards here in favor for them, or at least bring it level here in this scrim. And obviously, being a scrim, it is going to be very much down to individual performances, a lot of new strategies potentially, a lot of learning comms, and Tera Vicious is quite a young team, for example. We'll also be having a bit more time in the beginning of rounds, like you're seeing now, where they're readying themselves, selecting their comps, talking about it, planning for the future and how they're going to deal in tournaments, or when in future when they are playing in a more competitive environment. This is a scrim, and therefore an environment which these teams can learn and practice new compositions that they're unfamiliar with, especially with a meta change that's going to be coming from obviously the recent patch last week. The team's still trying to figure out what's their best look with the new balance changes, especially with Genji. See a lot of Genji teams now not able to run the Genji as effectively, because it is literally just about charging blade and not having too much value outside in the neutral game beyond that. But Iones gonna come through with the back tees, trying to keep the team alive, playing very safe here, and again playing with the brawl style composition again, Paladins. And we saw some success on King's Row with that particular composition, and this time they're going to be running it with the jump wrap. Iones needs some help here, does get taken down as they actually walk out of LOS of their very own immortality field, but they weren't going to survive too much longer anyway. Just completely separated there, and couldn't heal the team either, and they started to fall as well. So some nice divide and conquer play from Tera Vicious. They're going to engage quite quickly here, and again they find themselves inside a bubble here. Altby falling to 2 HP, somehow managing to stay on the battlefield just for a moment longer, and actually going to try and back out here and go for the re-engage without having to wait for respawns. But they took a lot of face value damage there, and actually that's charged up Nate's ultimate, Creed's ultimate, Neko's ultimate, and Orcio is charging to 66%. That Death Blossom as well, and with the added bonus of the Kiriko ult, it's going to charge it even faster here, getting up to 86 already. Primal from Creed in the back lines, just throwing people around. Also going to take down Ismail MC, and that is going to be the first pick up the fight. Demso is going to take down Neko. Creed trading out with Iones. Alberta, Alt B finding the pick, and there is that Death Blossom. I told you it would charge fast with the Kiriko ultimate there, and that is exactly what sealed that fight in the end. It was going back and forth. No team really had a drastic advantage, but there you go. Clouds is going to help take down Orcio in a very quick 1-2 pump here with Ismail MC. Very nicely done to deny that early pick, which Orcio was going for. Nearly got on the board as well. And Nate goes down as well. Nice boop as well. And Demso falls off the map, though. And this could actually turn in favor of Tera Vicious, but they don't have control of the point. They lose one more, two more, and now they're going to have to back out. They don't have any way of taking this with what they have left. Greed on this Winston. It's going to be coming in here. It's going to be hard for them to push in here. You do play this style of Winston as a more of a brawl style, but obviously playing into that Rhine composition, it is going to be a lot harder to get through this choke pod than if you were running the Rhine instead. And you know, the advantages that you do have is you've got more mobility and you can damage more targets at once. And Winston is a reasonably strong pick at the moment, but I think in this particular instance they did actually benefit from the one pick that they managed to get, which forced Paladins to go back. But here we go again, a lot going in, and they're actually going to use the Kiriko ult to rush all the way through the window, but it doesn't matter. The value has already been done here by Paladins, and they are now getting towards the percentage bank that Tera Vicious were able to achieve already and take the lead in this point here. Also teleporting through to try and get in the backline here, and actually Tera Vicious have managed to get themselves through that choke point now and are going to try and push for this point. And there you go. Alt B going a little bit too far away from the support line. That's just going to allow Creed to jump in on that backline. Tom following in suit, and with that combined with the Orcio ultimate as well of that Death Blossom is just going to cement that fight. Victory for Tera Vicious. They're 89% here, 99% on the board for Paladins. This is going to be the last fight here, and it's all going to be down to whether they can even touch the point in time. But I do believe they are going to achieve that with plenty of time to spare. It's a huge slam coming from Alt B, getting them all on the floor, but unable to find anything. And it's actually Tera Vicious that finds the first few picks here in this fight. But there goes. Tom is low. Nate is also low. Has to use recall. And this is now a 50-50 fight here, but with advantage over to Tera Vicious here, having 3 members to the 2. And now it is even more so in favor. But Ismail MC coming back in very soon, but gets caught out by that pulse bomb. And now the rush from Neko is just going to seal the win for Tera Vicious, and a very close for map 2. Anyways, we have got the scoreboard working. I apologize for the delay on that. Tera Vicious has not been loaded onto the scoreboard yet. This is embarrassing, but we have now got a Tera Vicious logo on the scoreboard, so that will be there indefinitely. Yeah, just gonna quickly check in with chat and see how we're doing on that front momentarily, and I'll catch up with you guys. Every time I hear ball in Creed game, I die a little. That's so fair, to be fair. Let me go to condense, my condensed layout as it were. Yeah, there we go. 2,000, I think we're showing as 2.1k followers now on Twitch, which is absolutely massive, by the way. Thank you to that. I mean, we are only at 2,070, but I do believe Twitch rounds up, which is, you know, it's very nice of them to do that. Rounds to the nearest 100. Yeah. Looks like we might be seeing some substitutions maybe going in. Also, I talked about the scoreboard and then immediately then put the wrong score on. General, I thought you were going to be supporting me on this. I thought you were going to be correcting my erroneous behaviors like that. Disappointed in you, chat. Disappointed for not correcting that earlier, but obviously Tera Vicious had just won that map. Paladines, though, had a very good... is that Paladines, man? Why can't I read today? I am so sorry. Paladines. Paladines Eternos. There we go. Maybe I'll just call it Eternos and then I won't make this mistake. But we're going into New Queen Street for our next map. I kind of like it as a push map, to be honest. I don't know whether that's controversial or not. I don't know what like the popular picks are, but I particularly like this map for a push. Push is not my favorite game mode, but I have to say this is one of my favorite push maps. Oh, Turnbar in the chat saying good luck to the teams. It's love to see you back in chat, buddy. We're gonna Tera Vicious actually had the Orisa out in your honor on Lijiang Tower. You'll be pleased to know. But there we go. Jumping through, we're not going to have any Orisa on New Queen Street, unfortunately, Turnbar, but we are going to see a nice looking line out here for both teams, and in fact a mirror composition using the meta comp from the last season through going in. Absolutely, we love to see more Orisa played. Unfortunately, we still haven't seen an Orisa on stream other than all of the ones that you got playing at the weekend. Speaking of the weekend, if you missed the weekend's action, do catch it on recap on here on Twitch. It was a great tournament. We saw some great play, including from our MVP from the grand finals, Turnbar, in chat here themselves. So give them a check out. Gonna take control of statue here. It's gonna be a fight for statue, and actually it is going to be a very quick melting of Creed that is going to lead them through. Ortio is going to try in the favor onto Magizan, but it's not going to be enough. Unfortunately, this is actually going one way then the other, but it is going to be robot control for Paladines. And here we go again. Creed coming through on that Winston. Trying to push in deep here, unable to find too much of it on itself. And it's actually going to be able to get reasonably aggressive here as well. Pushing all the way up. Nice and close to the spawn doors, as it were. Yeah. Magizan on that Reaper. Fell early in the previous fight, but I was going to say hopefully find something, but Nate immediately cleans the head off the shoulders again. And that is a lot of progress that they're going to get off the back of that. Are Tera Vicious. They're probably going to be able to complete here reasonably soonish if they don't touch. And I think that's exactly what they're going to be looking to. And actually Creed's going to prop the Primal, so they can't even think about touching, but there you go, abandoning the team. Alt B has to touch the cart here. It's going to get a protection as well, keep them alive. Very well played there. And here comes the Magizan coming through, and there's the dual rush here. I do believe that the rush from Tera Vicious came down just a little bit earlier and has just allowed them to scatter the team of Paladins here, but it's not going to be the best use of the rush then from Paladins, but it's going to be enough. There will most definitely be another tournament, don't you worry, Turnbar. In fact, keep your eyes peeled. I know the team are working on something in the pipeline already, and it's going to be something a little bit different. So absolutely make sure that you're in the Discord. You've got those roles from the roles channel that actually allow you to get notified about events and tournaments, and otherwise make sure that you're following us on Twitch. Of course, we'll give updates during streams, and we'll also give plenty of updates on our Twitter as well. Alt B gonna unlock that primal, and in a good space to do so as well, taking control of the robot with it. And here comes Magizan with a beautiful Blossom, going to take down Orcio as well. And that's just going to get this robot moving towards the payload on the side of Paladins. And they're going to be progressing forward, pushing the payload forward. Going to come and try and get to this first objective, but there is going to be a contest here coming in from Tera Vicious before that happens, and as you can see, they're going to make good use of the space by the disruptor field, and at the point here, and there's Creed on the robot, and actually very well played. It played a bit slow here. There's the rush coming in. They actually waited on the corner. They're going to wait for the beat to get used as well. Aggressive beat coming down, but it's not much to come from it in the end, and they are have to back out. And actually, it's Creed with the primal finding the first pick of the fight, and that's going to turn things around. And they've lost their rush and their beat that they both used aggressively in the previous fight, and now it is just going to be Tera Vicious taking control of the robot, taking it towards their barrier, and probably just about catching up with that barrier before the next fight ensues, especially with the early spawns that have been unlocked by Paladins. Alt B on the Winston, coming round. Gonna come through. Forward spawns have been unlocked again for Tera Vicious, but it's gonna be all good to get those forward spawns, but they did lose that fight very, very quickly, and this is gonna be that robot walking all the way back to midpoint, really, before Tera Vicious are gonna be ready to contest again. And even if they contest that early, they might wait to let this robot come a little bit closer before they contest. And Orcio's going on the flank, going straight in. I have to use the Wraith Form to get out. Really smart play by Orcio. And Tera Vicious have caught themselves out. They're split up here, but it doesn't matter. They're finding the picks that they need. And here comes Tom as well, cleaning out another one. And that's going to be a nice team kill, you heard Athena say, on the Tannoy there. And we're going to be moving our robot back in favor of Tera Vicious, pushing that barrier forward. And Tom going to do the thing of escorting Neko back from spawn. They don't want to push the robot too far because they want to take the fight on the robot rather than get too far forward. And now they are back to a 5-person squad. They're going to go straight in here. And here you go, Creed on the side of Tera Vicious, going to unlock that primal, go straight in the back line. And they see Clouds falling low. Nate is going to finish that one up. And Demeso gets taken down, trying to escape, but escapes with beat. They have a lot of ultimates online here, do Paladins, but do they have the time or the space? There's the Kasune rush from both teams, and it is the Kasune rush coming in from Ion's gets down that first, and the first rush normally is the one that does better off in the fight, and that's exactly the way it's starting to go, because the aggression comes in, the teams start to disperse, and a reactionary rush, if delayed too little by too much time, it's going to be too late to benefit. But it is Nate that's going to benefit from a beautiful rail shot onto the head of Magizan yet again. Reaper just having one of those larger hitboxes on the head, it seems, today. Getting caught out quite a few times on both sides, Orcio and Magizan, on those respective heroes. But Creed, again, just taking control of this high ground. Taking control of the robot, getting a little bit of progress, and then disengaging, trying to take out the backline here. And due to the current way that the game is working, Reaper versus Winston isn't as like shredding as it used to be, especially with the support value that there is around. And Orcio is just here on a one person show, trying to win this fight. Actually stalls the cart for a bit longer. It's gonna get the spawn all the way back at the start, but Reaper with that teleport is actually going to be able to get back into this fight reasonably quickly here. And in fact, they're even going to give up the robot Paladins, because Paladines, because they did have a couple members down in that fight from Orcio, and actually going to use the Primal here. And Tom is in trouble here, getting chased down, but somehow is managing to boop and stay alive here. No thanks, of course, to the team, which have now been shredded on the front line. Neko supporting Tom. The front line of Tera Vicious is falling apart instead. And unfortunate here that they're going to have to give up that robot control again. And it looks like we're going to be playing for this second objective on the side of Paladines. Paladines, I'll get there eventually, I'm sorry. Coming through. Orcio coming in again on the Reaper. Going to be able to shred through, but it is so far advantage Paladines. I don't think it's going to be advantage enough here. They're still going to fight this, Tera Vicious. And there comes the deciding ult in that fight in the Death Blossom from Magizan, and they are going to complete objective 2 on the map. We're going to be in overtime territory, so the line is drawn in the sand, and now all they need to do is get to it and cross that line. There is the line right on this corner, and it's going to be this fight that decides this map. And it is a very close fight between the teams, and who's going to be able to touch. There comes Creed touching with a vengeance here, actually taking down Clouds. And there's the Kasuni rush coming through as well from Neko. Ions does not have that anywhere near ready to counter this or get post progress. And actually, the robot pulled away from the barrier just temporarily here by Tera Vicious, and they are going to clean things out as well. And that is going to be the very end of the map. And Tera Vicious clutch out yet another one. The scoreboard may say 3-0, but the games have been close throughout. Here we go. Find ourselves getting ready for our next map, which of course is going to be Circuit Royale. And we're going to be jumping into that one in just a moment. Easy win for the Creed team. Absolutely. We love to see the Creed team winning. Obviously, as an A51 team, we got to support the A51 teams, but we do have to give credit where credit's due, and credit is due for the team in red here. But they have swapped sides, actually. Worth noting. We are going to see a swap in sides. And it is going to be Alpha Centauri. Alpha Centauri, my goodness me. Tera Vicious. I can't help it. I see Creed and Alpha Centauri just comes out of my mouth. I don't know what's going on. When I first saw the Tera Vicious logo, I saw it zoomed in, like zoomed out, like it is on the scoreboard. Theo, give me my name back. To be fair, most were AC or ex-AC. Yes, that is true. That is true. I've already mentioned that. I see Creed. I see Tom. I see Orcio. That's an AC team to me. But there we go. We find ourselves amongst the DC, waiting for the second DPS of Tera Vicious, other than Orcio. Orcio just in chat because why not? While there's a pause. But it is going to be Circuit Royale that we will be jumping into, and I'm already liking the looks of the picks from the teams. And actually, we're going to see a Magizan Clouds DPS duo in this particular map. We've seen a couple of switch up from Paladines in the previous couple of maps, and we're going to see if this is the dream team combo that they've been looking for. Paladines. Yes, Paladins. I keep saying Paladines is their name. It's got the E in there, and I keep saying, I don't know what I've been saying other than that. Paladines. Paladines? Oh, Paladines. Oh my goodness. That's terrible. Oh. Tell you what, it's just one of those days, you know. Just very tiring day. Very exhausted. Oh no. But exciting Scrim is here. And if anything's worth keeping awake for, it is a Tera Vicious Scrim. They can be quite vicious if you get on the wrong side of them. And if you upset Creed, you can get some barking sometimes if you if you get my gist. But in chat. But yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, when I first saw the Tera Vicious logo, I saw it really small as an icon, and it looked like an animal head, where the cart, like the beginning of the cart, was like the beak, and the shield was the eye, and then there was like some ears where the head is. Don't tell me I'm not the only one that sees that, because that's what I thought it was. Because it's Tera Vicious, it looks like a. I was thinking like a vicious terrier, or like dog kind of thing. That's what I was going off of. But like when I actually saw the logo like full size, it's completely makes sense now. Yeah, it's like a Spartan on a chariot. Yeah, when zoomed out, it kind of just looks like an animal head. I don't know what it was, but and it's like really small. Tell me I'm not the only one that sees that. Anyways, 5-minute break. Over. Well, I say over. They're still going to be getting themselves ready. Nate, obviously the DCer. Excuse me, everybody. I'm so sorry. It's been one of those. It's been one of those days. But I am glad that I have managed to stay awake for an exciting scrim for you all. One thing I am going to do actually though is turn the music down so you're not deafened by it. Also, I've noticed on solo caster cams, is this just me? Or oh no, that's the mic I turned down. Music quiet isn't even playing anything. Oh, that's clever, isn't it? We're not having any music, and that's no good. Let's get some. There we go. I knew there was a reason I couldn't hear the music, and it wasn't a good one, but this is it. That's better. Now we can just ignore the scuffness and just zone out to the music for a second. That's much better, isn't it? We'll just vibe. We'll just vibe as Tera Vicious is currently vibing in chat. I do like the fact that they've misnamed the teams. And by that I mean they've named both of the in-game teams Tera Vicious. As in both of them are Tera Vicious now, apparently. I don't know who's lobby host, but that's quite entertaining. Creed on the side of Tera Vicious or Alt B. Oh, they've updated it now. It does say Paladines on the name tag. They've updated it on the name tags, but you'll see if I jump scenes here, you'll see that that there's like a Tera Vicious is not ready. Tera Vicious is not ready on the top. And that's what, even if you're like in free spectator cam as well. So yeah, I don't get it. They are going to be defending here, Tera Vicious, on that first thing, and we're going to see some interesting picks coming through from both teams, so be interested to see if they stick with this or whether they're just messing about while they figure it out. Do you know, like, in that music is coming from the car, right? You can hear that, right? It's not just me. Can't get in the car though, everybody. Just in case anyone's interested. You can't even get in the cam as spectator. First invisible hitboxes. I was jamming out to that though. That was pretty good. Tera Vicious ready, just waiting on Paladines to get themselves all adjusted. You can see that the names have now updated. I don't know what happened there or what changed, but we do now have updated titles. Oh yeah, we still can't do that. Can't go into spawn through the door, so you have to use the specking of those individuals. Am I hallucinating, or is that floating chops? Is there something? Is there supposed to be something under that that's already been damaged? I don't know. But yeah, we're just having a little bit of a break. Anyway, let's speaking of a break, why don't we jump to some chill muse? Oh, it does look like we are finally getting ready to go in our game here. And they've added time again. They've changed their minds! They did the done... They did the done goof in terms of they pranked me here. We'll just go back to music instead. Have a bit of good music anyways. Still waiting on the teams to get themselves in line. In the meantime, anyone want to redeem something? Oh no, never mind. We're in. It's all gone wrong. Gonna be fighting over this high ground very strongly here. Kree gonna jump up top. Hold this ground up. Nearly falls off there. Doing a good job denying the rocks here, but Magizan gonna find a first opening pick onto Orcio here. Now you're gonna return the favor though, removing Magizan themselves from the battlefield, and it's going to be pretty even here. And yeah, you can see they're going to try and play out of line of sight of the Widow here. Creed though playing a very aggressive there, nearly gets absolutely shredded and punished for it as well, but losing the barrier quite early there, but doesn't need it so much now as the rock has been used. But gonna have to wait for that to come back up. There comes the grasp, and nearly gets caught in that rock, does well enough to avoid it there. And they're going to have to play all the way back here. But there they go. Cloud's falling in this fight. Meanwhile, the Widows fighting each other from afar here. And who's going to get the better of it? And there you go. Magizan, the one to fall first. Nate getting the headshot, but not enough to get the kill in. And Creed was able to finish things off. And now they're going to push round here. They're going to try and get control of this bridge. And that should get them in a strong position for the defense here. But there you go. Cloud's going to win that long shot battle there onto Nate with that instant right click here. There's the Flux coming through as well. There's a Transo to counter it, but they're down the Widow. Here's the Flux coming in on the flip side, and that's just going to be a better Flux. There's no Trans to deny it. Neko coming through with a 4K through the window was just a beautiful combination here from Tera Vicious. Oh, another beautiful body shot from Orcio on the Sorojin here. And in a meta where Sorojin is just so strong, especially at this level of gameplay, it is very important that your Sorojin has a good game and is able to click heads here. And actually there's the overclock, finding Clouds with it as well. Doing a brilliant job so far just to create enough space here. There's again, just being able to charge up these shots so fast here, just off these barriers, and ranged attacks on really good tracking to enable the quick charge on the rally on the railgun. And again, they're going to take control of bridge here, are Tera Vicious. And that's a really strong first point hold. Only 20 seconds left on the clock. They're going to need to find something fast here if they're going to want to take control of this payload and complete this first objective. Are Paladines. And there's the first thing they're going to use. That's a window, but they're not going to find anything from it. Demso already down the immortality field, and there is not going to be much to deny the flux coming through, but they do manage to survive long enough here, as Tom is now going to pop trans, and there's the trans flux coming in from Alt B, and the trans ends just as the flux comes to the ground. So a bit of an early aggressive trans trying to win this fight out might have actually backfired, but no, Creed and Nate are going to be there to clean up, steal that fight win, and stop the payload right there. A very strong defense coming in from Tera Vicious. We're going to be going through a full attack, though, being a scrim on Paladines side. On Paladines defense, though, and on Tera Vicious's attack, we will complete the map being a scrim. So that being if they don't full hold themselves or deny that full cap. So still a lot to play for, and we will see the rest of the map potentially if Tera Vicious are more successful on their attack than Paladines were on theirs. But this is such a strong position to hold a defense on this map. It's not been unknown that a first point has been held. It's not super rare, and I imagine that they're going to be wanting to try and do that themselves here. And again, we're going to see both widows coming out, and it is going to be a fight here. And Nate gonna be the one to lock sights with Magizan first, but it is Orcio hitting the kill feed first, winning that Surgeon duel. But Magizan finding Nate quickly and with a clean headshot, it's going to keep things tied up. Orcio, they're finding that second pick onto Ulpi. Orcio really coming alive since game map number 3. And really showing why they are on the roster here. Really strong showing from them. Being able to clean up heads, showing some very great versatility here. Being able to pick up that as a flex DPS. Being able to pick up the Surgeon role here. And there's Clouds coming in to touch the car. They're going to try and fight this. But that is the car past that objective now. They do have the map already in their back pocket. And it is just going to be about whether they can complete or not. And with Orcio hitting headshots and Nate hitting headshots, it's going to be very difficult for a defense to really hold against that. Magizan just needs to be able to match these headshots with the best they can. And it's there you go. That's a good start for it. We've seen a couple from them already today. They need to follow it up. Maybe get another pick from one of a fellow team member, come and help them out with their own pick, and nearly finds the flick shot onto the Zenyatta of Tom there, lying in the back line. And Creed pushing in very aggressively. This is going to win that Sigma duel on the front line, taking down Alt B, but unable to find too much value off the flux itself. But the damage was already done by the rest of the team. Here comes the aggressive defensive hold here, trying to deny any touches and actually playing the smart play. You're going to play this corner. It's going to make it very difficult for that second point to be even reached here and touched. And Tran's going to come through early, not able to deny any flux coming through later though. That might cost them here. I'll be with that, but it is going to get them that second point. Nate, with these sites, the only ultimate available for Tera Vicious going into third point so far. Gonna use them fast, wants to make sure that they don't get caught out by some flanking tracer, and very, very smart here is the waiting out for that site to end. There you go, the sites have ended. The cart, though, has continued to make progress towards the end of the map here. And we're going to be playing outside. And you need to be careful here with these rocks dealing knockback to make sure you stay on the map. No Lucios, though, to get any boops off. But there is the flux coming through. And it is going to come through massive. But the trans from Ions is going to be even bigger. Getting a beautiful amount of healing off there, denying the value from that flux. Alt B unable to find their exit, safe exit, and is going to instead take an unsafe exit back to spawn, courtesy of Tera Vicious. 4 now on cart for Tera Vicious, and that is going to be very difficult to touch and really get much present progress on here. They're going to have to wait and try and regroup here, but Alt B coming in very aggressive here, trying to get in early. There's the defense, the immortality field, trying to keep everybody up on both sides here. As Krieg getting caught out and a bit out of sightlines. Neko getting a nice clean headshot through the window there, and actually going to get focused down though. There's the trans from Tom, but it's too little, too late here. Are they going to be able to touch? Or are they going to just go for the aggression here? Alt B nearly with that flux online, but there's nobody there to touch the car, and that is going to be a map completion for Tera Vicious. And with that map completion, that can see a scoreline of 4-0. I do appreciate that I forgot to swap the symbols there. Anyway, obviously with scrims, we never know what we're going to get in terms of the length of the scrim or how many maps we're going to get. They vary in length. Some are 2 hours, some are 4 maps, some are 5 maps, and it really depends on the teams themselves, whether they're feeling a 5th map, or on the teams and whether they've agreed to do a 2-hour scrim or a 4-map scrim. Judging by the fact that the teams are in the lobby and Midtown has been selected, I can tell you that we'll likely be jumping into our 5th map of the series in Midtown. Very nice, strong new hybrid map I will be going into. We've seen some very interesting takes on this map, and this first point in particular is a very nice first point. Second point to me is it's not my favorite, but I don't hate it. I don't hate this map. I can see why people like it, but it's just not for me. Looks like we are going to see some varying compositions from both teams, though, which is exciting to see. Something new coming through. And yeah, we're getting closer and closer to Christmas and December and Advent and things, so be interesting to know what you guys are all feeling about Christmas, Advent type stuff, and going forward, or not. So yeah. Anyone got any interesting plans this year? It's a very Mario themed piece of music, this. Stream Beats by Harris Heller, I believe. All of Stream Beats music, by the way, all free to use, copyright free. So if you ever need some safe music to use with a very large collection of music as well for your streams, do check them out. We're not sponsored by Stream Beats or anything, by the way. I'm just a huge advocate for everything that they do. Another one is Pretzel Rocks. They've got their own application for it. That's also really good if you want to use that instead. We've used that in the past. Anyway, we'll be jumping into Midtown in just a moment. And there we go. They're going to be going under this time, and actually going to use the teleport of rotation through window straight onto point, set up the turrets up on the point, and the fire truck here, and they're going to cap that first point just about now. There we go. And it's all about whether they can recontest. Also, with the first pick, is going to take down Magizan again here, and Krieg going to take control of the point on the Sigma, doing a great job of it as well. And we find ourselves here again, waiting to see whether there's going to be a change in tack here, or whether they're just going to go for the same strategy, maybe TP to a different place. But Creed able to use these orbs, sort of scout out where they are, which is really smart. You check if the hit boxes and things. They know they're in there now, and of course they're going to be playing for it. There is the TP. They're going to go back to window. They're going to take control of this high ground above point. It's a really strong place to get Clouds up there in control of the high grounds, but they are going to give it up. And there you go. Cloud's going to get back up there to try and charge this. And they're actually going to take a TP up to this high ground, trying to contest Nate on the top line there. But Orcio coming with a pulse bomb, absolutely huge from Orcio coming through, takes down two, taking up Ulpi as well, and it's just going to be a cleanup here onto these final two as they exit. Iones as well finally gets taken down, and that is going to be a full reset coming through. They have managed to get one tick on the board, so they do have a win condition if that is all they managed to get. But I suspect now they have made that one change or two changes now on their composition to the traditional rush comp that we've seen. We're going to see trying to fight for this high ground using the Reaper instead this time. Nate coming through, massive so far with the overclock, and is able to take down two with that. Another huge overclock, and again, just showing the versatility of the Tera Vicious roster. We saw Orcio on that Surgeon in the previous map, and now Orcio taking that Tracer instead, being a little bit diverse here, showing a bit of a different take. And yeah, they're both doing very strong on that hero. I mean, the hero itself is strong, don't get me wrong, but Orcio is going to benefit from the broken Tracer mechanic of that no range fall off within 20 meters. Pulse bomb comes down, but it's not going to be enough, and also actually getting a pick, two melee picks there to clean things up and send packing Paladines Eternos. Eteros? The aggression coming through, and Magizan going in deep here, trying to get right around the back here, trying to find the support line. Does find the support line, but finds the support line are a little bit more difficult to deal with 1v2 than potentially Magizan had intended. But Clouds is able to use that disruptor and actually finds Neko, and that is both supports down now on the side of Tera Vicious, and this is actually looking far more likely now for the team in red. Paladines or holding. Orcio gets taken down before able to recontest, and that is going to be a nice stagger. for Paladines. Nate, though, finding a pick onto ult B, and that's actually going to sort of deny that dagger really is. They're not going to be able to take any space without their tank, and instead they're just going to go for poke damage. But meanwhile, Nate is getting plenty of poke damage themselves, and actually that's a really good disruptor shot, denying space for Nate, actually getting a lot of value as well and doing a lot of damage. And there it is, the head comes through, and Magizan unleashing a blossom of fury, taking down the entire team almost here. And it is just going to be also touching the guard, and they're not going to be able to escape with their life, and they're going to be joining the rest of their team and rejoin the fight in just a moment. Need to be careful not to give up too much space here. Do Tera Vicious. It is quite hard to get this payload through this objective. Very, very reminiscent of course, the bridge that we see in Gibraltar on first point, in terms of how the cart traverses underneath it. But here we go, there's the overclock coming through, and they're just going to lift Clouds into the sky and just help them find even more value, and even finds a headshot with the left click here, right in the face. And it just shows that Sorojin can still do a lot of damage and a lot of work with the primary fire. You know, so going into this next feat is Nate with the overclock ready. 2 minutes left on the clock. This is already a strong performance from Paladines coming through into third point. But a slow first points cost them quite dearly. Creed, though, finding a pick with a beautiful hook coming from behind the enemy lines here to find that as well. And Magizan just wants to get back to spawn fast and just waiting on Cart to do so. Creed being very, very aggressive on this front line, holding a very aggressive position, but is able to do so well here. Here comes the rush coming through from Iones, and it's not going to be enough here. Here comes the whole hog ready online for Creed, but it's already boxed in a corner. They're just going to unleash it anyway and try and find a pick, but unable to do so as Cloud's going to clean that up. And without the rush making it over the wall there to help Creed, there wasn't really much that they could do. And now they're down the rush, down the pulse bomb, down the overclock, down the tank ult, which has now been switched to the Orisa. Kernbar will be proud of Creed right now, taking the mantle of the horse. Comes in the javelin shot coming through onto the high nooning McCree here. Clouds gets hit by a javelin again, but somehow manages to get that beat off to survive. And Magizan on the Cassidy there, sorry, on this back line, doing a lot of damage, but getting taken down by Creed again. And these javelins from Creed are something that we're used to seeing with Turnbar, and has sort of really embodied it. And as you can see, Ulpi on the Orisa as well, that both of them are at it. Turnbar's in training, really showing that Orisa might actually be more of a meta pick than people are giving her credit for.
Ready for battle.
Needless to say, we will be switching the sides. Tera Vicious going to have their attack right now, and then we will be golden. And we're going to be waiting for see what the teams are going to be running, and I suspect a reasonable wait time based on previous maps. So we'll jump to the solo caster cam mid map while we wait for the teams to get themselves a little bit more ready. We've actually had a DC as well, just to make things even more tricky. I do like the music we're getting right now. Well, I hit the wrong button and now we are without it. Then she's making a swap in onto the tank position. Alt B subbed out here. I don't know whether that was for connection or anything else. In fact, I will soon find out for us. Yeah, so we've just had a swap. It's just a tactical swap mid-map, and obviously because it is a scrim, that is okay. Anyway, jumping into the game here, they've already made decent progress getting underneath the thing. Get a nice hook onto Zenshi. I mean, they are taking a bit of a gamble here, swapping Zenshi in, maybe not warmed up yet, obviously, while the rest of the team has been playing for a few hours already together. But it's so far working out. I mean, Kiriko gets hooked there, but the protection just does so well there. Creed gets taken down so low here. Zenshi somehow able to last out a little bit on time here on that Orisa, and there you go. Clearly the Orisa pick for the team as Orisa comes in to take control of the point. And, you know, they're going to send them packing. They're going to send Tera Vicious packing. You know, they had a first point a lot quicker here. They have also got one of another hero of mine that's interesting. And that is Junkrat. We love to see some variation, and Junkrat is definitely one of those heroes people say is no skill, but only look at Rowan and what they can do with the hero to know that that's not exactly true. It might be easy to pick up and do, you know, to a level, but to be at the level of Rowan, there's a lot of skill that needs to be learned and picked up on. And I have to say, Majizan doing a great job showing everybody that level of performance. Not getting the amount of picks that we're used to seeing from a Junkrat like Rowan, but definitely not far off at all here. And not their first pick either, not their first choice hero, I'm imagining, based on the amount of Sorojin that they've been playing throughout the scrim. They've also been playing some other heroes as well. Looks like we're going to enter another pause, ladies and gentlemen, and listen to some more music. We'll have some cubies. While we wait for the map to start, I need to work out how you play artists on Spotify and exclusively. I think it's this button, no? Oh yeah, you can just do that, can't you? And then just add to queue. That'll do. Still in a pause, unfortunately. I don't know what's going on in that pause, but I will get back to you. 800 ping for Nate. Oh dear. Ping, nearly a second delay. That's playable, right? No, surely. Yeah, you just gotta have an 800 millisecond forward-thinking brain. Obviously, you need to predict the future exactly 0.8 of a second ahead of time. It'd be fine. Easy for anybody to do that. I don't know. Yeah. For example, I can predict that in a second's time, we're still going to be listening to this song, and we're still going to be streaming, and we're still going to be in a pause. See, look, I predicted it a second into the future, and I wasn't wrong. Hey, my predictions are never wrong, everybody. Huh? Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong, chat. I dare you. Oh! Speaking of, it looks like we are starting to get ourselves ready again. Have I even swapped the scoreboard over? Yes, I have. No one's keeping me in check today. It's terrible. I've heard good news as well. Some murmurings around that a legendary old team may be making a comeback. It's pretty good news to hear, not gonna lie. We love to see old teams making comebacks, but of course, we will be waiting to see which of those teams will be making a comeback or not. And we are unpaused, everybody. We are back in game. Here we go. Holding this high potential ground here. And immediately going to go in with the tire and finds two, takes down the pharmacy combo that they had switched over to deal with the Junkrat. And well, that's just unlucky. You spawn in, you find a tire in the face, and you send back to spawn. And if I were to predict anything, I would predict a comeback, an angry version of Orcio to come back after that. But there's Clouds. Oh no, sending Orcio right back. Tom, of course, denying the complete waste of time of respawning and just going for the resurrect instead here. But what are they going to get from that? And Creed is going to drop down, and the ultimate there, but then gets caught in an ultimate of their own from Zenshi, and that is going to be another cleanup job from a beautiful defense. And it's just a pharmacy in the sky. Now it's just a mercy. Tom left without a bird to fly with. Just falls to the vultures beneath that soon dispatch anything that drops near them. And we are getting to that last particular point here, and this is a very strong defense so far from Paladines as they are taking control. They're going to use that Arissa to really take control and try and deal with that shield as fast as possible. They're going to take this round side, but Creed is going to be able to get that first pick here, and also chase down Zenshi on the Arissa. Just absolutely a machine right now. Super aggressive, working out brilliantly. So much sustain as well with the Arissa. Matched really only by Hog, but only when there isn't an anti on the board here. So it's a game of chess here, and Arissa seems to be the queen of the board, taking so much control and space. But can any of the minor pieces left on the board here avoid checkmate? Or are Tera Vicious going to find their first lose of the round? They're going to have a beat, and that is going to be enough to avoid defeat. There's an intensive battle that we saw there. And you can see also already making them ready for the flanks here. Trying to get up into the position. Trying to get that pulse bomb up and ready. Does find it, but gets taken down by Clouds. And maybe the aggressive play, not the quite working out there for the Tracer, especially with that current Berg. And they need to be careful here. They don't have their Lucio. They don't have their Tracer. And there's not much left here. And there you go. They're gonna get these beautiful railgun shots coming through from Nate, and that's gonna get the ultimate online here, and already gonna come round and clean up here, cleaning out heads left, right, and center. And that's a beautiful play from Tera Vicious to get control of the car, get it moving again. They are going to be playing into a bank of 5 ultimates, and all they have is rush. So it's going to be down to that rush to try and create something happen, maybe force out as many ults as possible from the other side here. Down comes the beat, down comes the Terror Surge. Terror Surge does find Tom. Neko taking down Onez in response, but it's not going to be enough. They did use that rush there, successfully able to take out 2 ultimates from the bank of 5. But still, the ultimate economy is looking very good. If you're a Paladines fan, holding on to 3 here, they're going to have that overclock, and they'll probably be able to use that very early on here, get an early fight win, and maintain a really strong ultimate advantage. And there you go. There is the overclock. They're just going to create some space with it, because they are actually really well hidden in this room. Orcio gonna have to recall out, and unable to find any value with that whatsoever. Very well played by Tera Vicious to wait that out, but Magicine on the Reaper is actually going to get it done in the neutral fight here. Only the beat used sort of aggressively from Demeso is going to seal that fight win. And now with no ultimates on the board, apart from that Pulse Bomb, which is not exactly a fight-winning ultimate on its own here. And especially with Orcio gets taken down, there's no one to touch the car. Creed can't make it there in time. And that is going to be a very nice hold by Paladines. And they're going to actually take the first map for them of their series. Very well played by both teams. Getting a score on the board. It was justly deserved. Paladines had played well throughout the scrim. GGs are in chat. We may or may not be blessed by an interview from either of the teams. I know Tera Vicious do like to make a showing, especially for interviews after scrim, so I will just hold fire for a moment, and then we should be, if not, we'll just head off on our merry way, have a lovely evening in that. But I have to say, worth shouting out, we've got a new graphic on our Twitter by the looks of things, and it is beautiful. It is absolutely stunning. I love it. So do check out that recent tweet coming through on our Twitter. Very, huge shout out to the marketing team and the Twitter team. Emmy and Jess, they're working together. I know on those sort of graphics using GIMP and sort of learning the way of the graphic creation, and it is lovely to see these graphics coming out. And I love the shout out that I am live. As well, always appreciated. We're gonna get Creed and Orcio in for a post-match interview. Hello? Stream can't hear you yet because I've got the Discord settings wrong. Okay, now we should be good.
Hello.
Hello.
Mic test. 1 2 3. 1 2 3.
It looks like it's working now. Yes.
Oh. Good.
I jump into interview and then there we go. It's just me twice. There we go.
I see it on stream now.
This has gone well.
Nice. Some A51 quality.
Exactly. That's what we love.
And I did all that for the interview thing, and the interview thing is not working. That is,
so the thing that's supposed to do isn't working, but it is. Well, at least we have 2 cams to look at. Oh
no, it's terrible. This is all botched. Tell us about the scrim while I try and fix it.
Well, we had a lot of fun. That's for sure.
Yeah. We rolled. Last map we didn't. That's basically the story.
Nate's ping just spiked to 800 for some reason out of nowhere, so we had to wait for a bit. But Midtown is not our map, that's for sure.
Map is bad.
And the rest of the scrim, we just try to practice kind of everything. We on Midtown. On defense, we practiced the Sigma comp, which went pretty well. We almost 4-holded them. We kind of played the Hawk comp a bit, and then the Winston comp, and all went pretty well.
We actually had Turnbar in chat as well, not long after you played Orisa, rooting for the Orisa. I don't know if you know who Turnbar is, but the weekend, the winning team.
Yeah.
Turnbar MVP on the Orisa, just showing everybody that Orisa is meta.
Yeah, I think she has her place, definitely. I think you can make her work. And that's why we tried. We just tried to see what our best fit is right now. And I think we kind of play everything well. But yeah, we gotta find out what's the best for us.
We did some budget O2 blast. We can play everything decent.
And we pulled out the Pharah, which was also...
Oh, I mean, hell yeah.
That's -10.
minus 6 points for Orcio.
6 points?
Yeah, terrible.
Where do the points get kept?
I mean, also, I don't think you're anywhere near the cap. Don't worry.
Okay. Well, when I used to cast, I swore a lot on accident.
Yes, I know. I know.
Oh, you know. Okay.
We accident is fine, and you correct yourself. That's the key thing. So
exactly.
don't
It's all
sweat
about
it.
improvement.
Absolutely. I mean, we'd love to see you come and cast again scrims. Like, absolutely. That would be
Sure, we should do
hilarious.
a duo scrim. I feel like cast. Not gonna lie.
Tera Vicious prod team.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Sure.
Make it happen.
Okay. I will cast once.
That'll do. It's better than
but with a bit of luck twice.
Yeah, it's better than this app at the moment, which is obviously just like
Yeah, it's kind of not looking good. It's actually surprising. We got we had like at least someone to cast us twice in a row, because on AC we had we were so unlucky every time where like the whole week would get filled and then our day wouldn't be available. So we're actually the lucky team now.
Yeah, it's something I always say is that if you, I mean, my schedule is pretty consistent to a degree. So like if you're on Monday or Wednesday on the Scrim schedule, then you've got a reasonably high chance of being like having some production because I'll be there, and then it's just down to the rest of the week and what happens. Obviously, if I'm solo casting all of the time, it's very difficult, especially if I'm doing the solo prod as well. On Monday, I was lucky enough to have Zuzor doing the prod for me, so I didn't have to worry about that and could just cast. But
just let me solo prod and cast.
I know, and I stand by it. You can do it if you've got the skills to do it, Orsio, and I believe you had the skills to do it. Then it's definitely doable. But yeah, it's. I mean, it was so scuffed today. If you watch back the VOD, it's just so scuffed at the start. Like the scoreboard's broken. Tera Vicious's logo is not even on the scoreboard, so I had to reboot it. Oh dear, it's crazy. There's some stuff that I'm working on to make production easier, but it's not ready yet. But once it is, it should catapult us forward. Anyways, making it a lot easier, not just for existing prod, but any new prod to just pick it up and learn how to use it. It also means that we can have it more customizable than before as well.
You don't need the logo though, it's made by some idiot. You don't need it.
You don't need what?
The logo.
Our
it's
logo.
Made by some, yeah, it's made by some
literally what I did with our logo is I literally just looked on internet and I saw, oh, this looks one. I looked if it was copyrighted and it wasn't, so I was like, well, this is our new logo. And that's how we ended up with this logo.
Oh no. So why tell us the story of Tera Vicious. What's the name? What does it mean?
I don't know. Creed, tell us.
Well, it's funny. Like I watched this series about like people going to another dimension called Terra Nova, and this is actually where like the first word. And then I literally just went to a random word generator, and I just kept pressing until I saw a word that fits with the Terra. And then that's how we ended up with Tera Vicious. And the logo. So there isn't a big backstory, but well, that's how we ended up with the name.
So basically,
you randomly generated half of your name. I love it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the least creative thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, it is.
That's not a back.
That's not creative.
That's not a backstory. That's a press the button.
But we're gonna create the backstory.
Right you're gonna create the backstory.
Yeah. With the team, we're gonna.
Can we still change our team name?
No.
Okay.
If you rather have Finn, who said that we named our team budget like fuel, we can have that. But
no, I don't want that.
No, exactly. So I'd rather have this one.
Well, you can also go off the Centauri thing. So you got Proxima Centauri, Alpha Centauri. If you want to go off that.
Yeah, so I actually looked into that first, but I couldn't find like a name of a star that actually like fitted like a team name. But that was actually the first thing I did. I looked for another star.
There are so many Centauri stars.
Dude,
right?
I looked for like 2 hours for stars.
Well,
If I don't find it in 1 minute, I'm gonna.
no, I'm just gonna Google right now.
Yeah, me too.
Is it? You want the
Omega
third?
Centauri.
You want the third nearest star to Earth?
You have Omega Centauri.
Well, but that sound, I don't know.
Well, then we make it a cooler name.
Oh.
Like
We could name it Alpha Centauri A.
I would like to point out actually that the third closest star is actually Proxima Centauri.
yeah, that's the Alpha Centauri.
Yeah,
is the
sadly we
closest
can't
one.
take that
It's
name anymore.
obviously the sun doesn't count. There's a Barnard
Okay,
star.
You have EMP Centauri.
Well, that just sounds like we're Sombra One Trick Team.
Yeah,
EMP Centauri.
it's a watch. It's not a star.
There's there's an Alpha Centauri and an Alpha Centauri B and an Alpha Centauri.
Yeah.
There's an Alpha Centauri A and an Alpha Centauri B.
We can also call it Rip-Off Centauri.
Rip off. I mean, we kind of have like what is it?
Budget Centauri.
A budget Centauri because we have 3 old players and we have Nate and
Nate's sub.
Or you got
Yeah.
Wolf 359.
Oh
yeah, let's name our team.
That is a star name. I know.
Let's name our team to a Minecraft name.
Wait,
of a
it is.
9-year-old.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I actually looked through the stars, but like you see now, like there weren't like names that really popped out. I was like, oh, that's what I want for my team name. So that's how I ended up doing the other way.
We can just call it Creed and the Rest or something.
The funny part is, it's actually
Creed's
kind
Army.
of how I found my own name. Was well, I mean, it kind of has a backstory where like I did do it through a random word generator, but I really liked the games from Assassin's Creed, and I really liked the movies. So that's how I literally ended up choosing the name. Until I was like, oh, there's someone in OWL already called that, and I was like, well, and now there's a joke going around that I'm actually an assistant coach in the league.
That is funny.
It is. So yeah, that's how I found my name, also through a random word generator. I don't know. I use so many random word generators.
The interview has just gone to name.
At least that
name
means you
view.
can literally put any logo on your team and it'll work.
Yeah, exactly. That's the victory. We're not.
Or you could bring back one of the old A51 teams.
Ram 1, no.
Oh, that,
Ram 1.
legitimately, like, there's no reason why you couldn't pick that up. Why not?
No, Ram 1 is my team. Don't steal
No,
it.
like, if we're ever playing in a tournament, for funsies, we shouldn't use our own name. We should use one of the old A51 teams.
That's a good one.
And just play as them for, like, that tournament.
What are some old, like, what were some old fun?
We could name, we could be Plat Pack, but then we're not Plat, actually.
That's the point. Like, you can have the Plat logo for sure. The Plat Pack
Exactly.
logo.
Yeah,
You
we're
guys-
gonna do that.
I think I still have it on my PC somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, I can
Yeah.
I can send you a very high resolution image of that. So if you want it.
Yeah, that's gonna be our next plan. If there's another A51 tourney, we're gonna join it, and then under like the name of Plat Pack.
We'd love to see Plat Pack win something. I've still got I've actually got a gold pack jersey. So if you go as gold pack, I'll put the jersey on.
Oh,
But
okay,
Gold-
well then,
Goldpack
it's
still kind of exists in, like, the other team, right? What's it called?
Well, yeah, but they're not called gold
Pagoda.
packs, so.
Pagoda. Pagoda?
Yeah. Okay, maybe.
No, I can't. Leave me alone.
Yeah, it's Pagoda. Yeah, you said it right.
Oh wait, last message was a long time ago.
So yeah, we might. We're gonna vote on which name we're gonna choose from the old A51 teams.
Oh, there's an idea. You could go for Andromeda So instead of being the nearest star to Earth, you could be the nearest galaxy to Earth.
Oh yeah, that could be a cool name. Yeah.
If you wanted to go with the space team.
It would be a like a link to Alpha. Maybe. Yeah, we could do that.
Because then it said link, but not like a direct link.
But why
Yeah.
why are we linked to Alpha?
Well, because you played on that team. You.
Yeah, like less. That was like longer than
Yeah,
half
exactly.
a year ago.
Even longer.
Let me close this so my computer can actually keep up.
Like that message I sent that I'm quitting is not
Yeah,
even doesn't even exist anymore.
Wait, it doesn't.
No, I think AC chats got deleted.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Well, yeah. Our entire because the team
Yeah.
isn't there anymore. So. Well, yeah. So that message is lost. Well,
What
but
was-
you're back now. That's the most important part.
Hell yeah. I love playing Reaper.
Yeah.
All day.
Overwatch Creed, thank you for the
Yeah.
subscription.
Apparently, I have 12 months.
12 months. That's
already.
crazy.
That's weak.
What do you mean we? Yeah. Well, I wasn't here when you were here.
Well, I was here when I
Well,
was
but
here.
how many gifts do you have? Can we see that somewhere?
Yeah, you should be able to see the leaderboard. I think if you click on the subscription leaderboard, I think.
No, that's of this month. Wait.
Okay, wait. Maybe I have
No,
the.
there's an
badge.
all-time. You can all-time one. There's an all-time one of you can do online. The problem is I can change it to lifetime. In fact, I can do that right now if I just want to do that. I can change the.
Because I know I've gifted way too much probably than I could.
But are you a mod on the A5
Well,
stream?
no, but why? Because I know if I am mod, I will not use it correctly. So I am not applying for that.
Well, I am.
Well, yeah, I see that. Wait.
Nice.
Any abusing of that power or and it will be revoked.
I never abused it.
No,
And I
but you're
didn't
also never there, so you can.
except for Spartan. I used
Oh,
it for him.
But did
Yeah,
What did you do to-
both of you are bad as each other.
What?
Both of you were as bad as each other in that particular instance. Like, what the heck?
No. Well, yeah. But he said I smelled.
Oh no.
So you ban
Exactly.
him?
No, time them out.
Oh, only timed him out, and then he times you out for longer, and then it's stacked up, and then
I don't think he's a
eventually.
mod.
How do I change the settings on this? Is it stream or channel? Community. That's not that one. I'm just pressing buttons now until I find the right button because I don't know what any of these are like. No, it's not that one.
Hello, sorry to interrupt your game. Can I ask something real quick? Hello, someone wants to ask you something.
Yeah.
Interrupt my game. What is it? Go shoot the
Game is already over.
Yeah. Shoot.
We rolled.
We won.
Shoot.
Let me
a
find the
question.
actual button where I can actually see chat again. Ask the question again because I didn't have chat.
There's no
open.
Well, he hasn't asked it yet. That's the
No,
problem.
it's just
Oh,
can
wait.
I
Or is
ask
it-
you something?
If
real
they're gonna
quick?
ask why there's two cams of me, then I
that's
mean-
that's just Hannah being scuffed. Don't worry about it.
what do you mean scuff? Just because I'm
No,
so great.
sorry.
No,
Just
it's
wanna-
A51 quality. That's something else. We
Yeah.
love the A51 quality.
Hey,
That's why we are
It's-
better than the rest, because we are separate. We do it on our own way.
Jesus, don't mind me asking
Oh,
me this, but what's happened to adding emotes over? Should I just can I just get him out?
No. Vicious, maybe I can help you out with your Twitch custom graphics or like. Oh no.
It's not like we have like a whole animation on screen and everything.
Yeah, it's not like I've spent ages making our own custom overlay thing that will be coming out soon or anything. Yeah, but like it's specifically for like the emotes and stuff. Like we have our own emotes as well, like already.
I timed them out for 10 minutes.
I didn't need to do. You didn't need to do that.
Why did you time it? Like,
Sorry,
this
sorry.
is where we talked
that's-
about.
Sorry, can I like stop giving?
You're just back for like one.
Oh,
You're already.
Hang on,
timing
right?
out.
Where's
No,
where's
I stopped it. I stopped it. It's no longer time. The person can talk again.
where's the right? Where's my Right, hang on a minute.
I'm hanging on.
You holding on tight. Roles manager. Orcio.
What? No, no, man! I stopped it.
So what did you say about being a mod and
Hello, could it be a mod again?
you're gonna have to appeal?
Remember when I was active and was being a good mod?
Remember when I actually did something in chat?
When you come back to streaming again, for sure. That's a streaming privilege.
Wait.
Or if you want to get just the moderator, you become a moderator with the A5
I
on
organized
staff.
the whole. I managed the whole tournament for you. You're not
Which
giving-
one?
Remrina, or like.
When you say manage the whole
Season
tournament,
one.
you mean you helped manage a whole tournament.
I did so much for that. I
You
was
did,
like
you did.
day and night was just
It's the
me like
same when he
answering everyone in
managed-
chat, everyone asking me questions, everything.
Oh, it was. You did a great job. You did a great job, but you know, I was doing a lot as well. You know.
Yeah, so,
The
so
same when he
that's why
managed
you're a
AC.
moderator.
He literally did something for the first 3 weeks, and then he was like, "Yeah, fuck this
Not
shit."
3 weeks. I built up your whole team again.
Well, yeah, and then you were like, "Fuck this."
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, guys.
After.
My goodness, Creed, that's 4 times in the swear pot you've just gone.
Oh, well, guess I have to get gifted now.
Yep, you remembered as well. You know what the swear jar is. I'm surprised.
Oh, okay, that's a little bit too much. I was gonna give 10, but it's 40 euros.
No, it's only 1 per swear, dude. You only gonna do 4.
Oh,
And-
well, then I'm gifting 5, so I can have 1 in reserve.
Man's just like, you know what? Fair. I'm just gonna pay for the privilege.
I'm sad I'm not a moderator anymore.
Oh well, you know
Well,
how
you
you
did
know
it
how
to
to get it back.
yourself.
You know how to get it back.
I'm gonna earn it back.
So my broadcast still going? Yeah, it's still going.
Yeah,
Right.
it is.
Well, we're still live. I forget about that sometimes. I need to do an O week. Where's my need to change my name. Bam. What a nice stream today. Hope we can get a lot more of Hella's Greek.
There is 5 gifted.
Let's go. And you got Turnbar with that as well.
Oh,
That's huge.
Wait, what did we get with that?
what
You-
term bar is the Orisa guy that won
Yeah,
the last
yeah.
tourney.
Oh.
If you watched it, you would have
I
known.
did watch for a big part! I was just a silent moderator.
Yeah.
I had it open on the side while I was working on school stuff.
That's what we like to hear. That's what we like to hear. Right, now I need to do the thing with
Oh yeah, I can actually see. I have the one for gifted. The badge.
I hit the wrong
Drive.
button. I apologize. It's that button. There we go. I'm just pressing loads of buttons right now.
I've even gifted some people like a thing that aren't even in chat. Oh yeah, they prioritize people because there was this thing where you could actually gift bots like subs and they're just wasted, so they actually prioritize people that have watch time.
Nice.
Yes. So yeah, congrats to the people that got. I think people really want me to swear more so I can give more stuff. But let's not do that because I still
What?
need my money.
There we go.
Heather. Heather? Like, you could?
I have to say I'm falling off a bit.
Yeah.
Heather fell off.
No,
I missed it.
Rella fell off.
I missed the old Heather that didn't fall off.
Oh, ouch. Well, the old Hella's on the other side.
I miss Heller of like Remina times.
Oh wait, you can add delay? No way.
On what?
You can.
I can like add like a full like massive like render delay, like hello.
Nah, I see it's working very well.
I
Good
mean,
job.
obviously, like the
no,
that looks like cyberpunk graphics.
Welcome to the slideshow, everybody.
Oh.
But yeah, no, there's a delay now. Right? There's a
well, a little.
yeah.
Like I think.
It actually yeah, it
millisecond.
has delay.
Yeah, like a millisecond.
How's that? That's a big delay now, right?
Yeah, now it's better.
Oh yeah, it has a really. You can literally talk to yourself now.
So when I do this,
you can talk to yourself, yeah. Can you like horizontally like mix it up? Like
that's what I was trying
flip?
to find, but I couldn't find the.
You have to go to properties and then
filters. I know. I'm trying to find filters, but like, is it in properties?
No, maybe yeah. I think so.
No, it's not. The problem is because it's like two cams. Like it's two of the same thing. So if I flip one of them, it's going to flip the other one as well. Oh, we'll just go here now. See, look, now there's a delay on the other one. That's
yeah. It is in like if you right click on the like thing and then the most lower one. Mine is in Dutch, so I can't see what the English name is, but I think it's properties.
there's no properties on because the way we do cameras now, it's from a scene, so I can't flip the scene source.
Wow.
So if I go onto here and go onto here and then do properties, I think you can do like. Oh, you can't even flip that.
Oik has a contestant now, by the way. We have Rala now.
Well, you have what?
Oik has a
rival.
Yeah, rival, Rela.
I can change the rotation on it. Does that count? Like, if I just rotate the thing 180 degrees. How's that?
Yeah, that's fine. That works.
So instead of being like, I can still talk to myself though, right? Oh no, that way. Is that working?
Yeah. No, other way. Yeah, that. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I look up a little bit. There we go. I think I need to move the name box. Then I'll tell you what. I should not name that Rella. I should name it Australian Hella, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
What is it? It's Australian Hella. There we go. Don't think Australian Hella has a particular accent though. Flip that round.
Nice.
There's got to be like a flip filter, right?
I mean, according to the
Oh!
internet, all you have to do is like Vegemite to be Australian. So
I do. Well, I like Marmite, which is essentially Vegemite.
well, I think that's good enough.
What is Vegemite?
I don't know.
It's
I just
Marmite.
know.
Oh, you won't know
Vegemite.
that. It's
Vegemite.
yeast. It's what is it? Yeast something.
Yeah, yeast. After it, like, you get it after you make beer. With
Apparently
and then with
Vegemite is
vegetables and like.
It's apparently for bread. What?
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah,
put it
you
on
put it on
bread.
bread. Yeah, you. It's really good on toast. Butter and Marmite on toast is incredible.
It looks disgusting.
It's a love it or you hate it thing. Like that's the phrase in England. It's like Marmite, meaning that you either love it or you hate it. There's not many people that don't mind it. There's people that love it and there's people that hate it, and there's not many people in the middle. I'm one of the people that loves it, and there's a lot of people that hate it as well. But yeah, I've actually got a jar of Marmite downstairs. It's just good stuff, you know, good stuff.
Creed, when I see you, I'm gonna give you Vegemite.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
Sounds like
me
a
and
disease.
Orcio are waiting for each other because we literally live pretty close to each other. Whenever I go to school, I have to take the train because like we live, like I live like 1 hour from my school. So every time I'm at the train station, like Orcio is looking for me. So every time we scrim, and it's like, yeah, I still haven't seen you at the train station. So yeah, now if he sees,
I'm looking for the Cloud9 jersey, but I can never find it. Wait, what's the right word? Like what number of the station like thingies?
well, I'm just like Amsterdam Central.
Yeah, I.
Oh,
Yes.
like a real one.
Real one.
Like station.
I think I've worked out how to do.
Wait,
Yeah.
real one. I think I'm always on 4.
Did
Should I
that?
No, wait, 1. Wait, do you take the train?
Yeah.
Oh! I thought you take.
I've trained like one, like.
No, I don't care which train. Like, where does the train go? The one you take.
What is it? Horn.
I never take that one.
Or Uitgeest. I also take that one sometimes.
I did take that one.
That took me far too long to work out.
Oh yeah, you did it!
You did it!
Fuck!
Than I would have liked to admit, but I can look over there and actually, there we go.
Nice.
Oh, should I go for the OIG thing? So this, isn't it?
Yeah, we need to make like an Oik versus Rella.
Yeah.
Oh, you look like Harry Potter and Voldemort.
I can't
like in
see.
the last scene.
I can't see. It's the wrong way around.
No, it's perfect. You're doing great.
I'm gonna do it the other way around. I'm gonna change the other camera.
What?
Because then I can go.
Wait,
this way.
which subway do you take? Like on 3 or 2? Which
3
row?
or 2. I take like the 52, the 53, like those ones.
Yeah, but they're on both sides. They go both ways. Oh.
Well, yeah, because.
Are we there yet? How's that?
Yeah,
Is that good?
actually perfect.
Is that better than the OIG one? Obviously.
Oh my god, dude, that's.
This is really creepy.
Is it just cursed or are we good?
No, you're good.
Yeah, let's do it. Obviously, we're cleaning the house. This is very hard to keep my face still. Very hard to keep my face still. But we're getting there.
That's
Yeah, you're right.
But
Or he
we're,
actually has a
my
rival now.
my hair doesn't do it justice. If I do that, maybe it might be better. Touch it with 2 hands. Hey guys, look, 4 arms.
Yeah, we are a bit behind the stream. Yeah, now you have 4 arms.
You're Zen ulting right now.
That became Zen.
I can nail this. It's great.
we need an emote of that, no gonna lie.
There we go. Nailed. What, the 2 arms? It's Zenyatta.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Trans
Oh, this is
Transcendent.
Trans hella.
This should be an emote. Like, Transeller.
Trans hella. If I stare at the camera, it does it even better, does it? Is that better if I stare at the camera?
This is so good.
This is so fucking creepy. I mean, so freaking fridge creepy. Fudge. That's so fudge creepy.
Oh,
Yeah, nice.
it's funny how this was supposed to be an interview, but it ended up being just us doing
Yeah,
weird things with the camera.
Why
I
is it-
mean, it's just been one of those streams, really, to be
Heller,
honest with you.
always when I'm here, it's never an interview. We always talk about stuff. Why is it always me?
Why always me?
We should make a podcast, not gonna lie. The A51 podcast.
Legit. It's potential.
Would be
And we
cool.
should just like we have hosts, and then we just invite people from the org to talk about like Overwatch related things.
Yeah,
Or just random stuff like we have today, let's be honest.
Yeah, or that. Yeah.
but you can do both. Podcast doesn't have to be
I
one
think-
thing.
Yeah, we're going to do a podcast on retro consoles. There you go.
Ah.
What's your favorite console that's
Creed.
older than 2010?
Wait. Okay, I gotta search up if it was later. Right.
Wait, Creed.
Yeah.
It's my dilemma of like before the scrim. Is that family friendly? Is that like stream?
Oh yeah, that's
stream-
totally not family friendly. No, you shouldn't tell that. No, that's
Okay,
not. That's not. No.
Never mind then.
Also, if you have to ask the question, the answer's probably no.
Okay, fine.
Probably the Nintendo DS. That's probably my one. I played too much on that.
That was
Like
2000.
Apparently, yeah, it came out in 2004.
Was it really that old?
I had over
Yeah.
1,000 hours on Pokemon Black. That's on the DS.
I've probably got near to 10,000 hours on Mario Kart Double Dash by now.
Oh, the Mario Kart was also so good.
Yeah, but
Oh,
Mario
okay.
Kart Double Dash on the GameCube, 2002. GameCube was absolute. The GameCube was so far ahead of its time in so many areas, except one, its crucial flaw, which is why the console flopped. It was so far ahead of its time. The only thing it flopped on was the fact that it didn't have a DVD drive that the PS2 did. So it
Oof.
flopped. So you couldn't watch videos and listen to music on it like you could on the PS2. And which is
Okay,
why
boomer.
PS2 was the greatest
sorry.
selling console of all time. Actually, did it get surpassed by the Wii?
I think it. Did.
I don't
I
know
think it
whether
did.
I don't know whether it did or didn't, but
How many? It then
They got no like best
And
sold
then-
consoles.
no. Oh yeah.
Oh
I
no,
don't-
PlayStation 2 is
Yeah, that's the one on
it-
top.
yeah, and then you have the Nintendo DS under that. The Wii's actually pretty. It is 101 million, while the PlayStation 2 is apparently higher than 155 million. So 50 million more copies of PlayStation 2 or even more were sold than the Wii.
Yeah, that lines up perfectly, to be honest.
Wait, the DS is so close to the PlayStation 2.
Yeah, PlayStation actually.
But people still buy Nintendo DSs.
Andersey's in chat with the question marks. This is what happens when it gets late, and I wanted to rival the OIG. You missed the actual thing. I'll recreate it, but it's really cursed. It's really cursed.
I still want to put
you
up my
stand like
dilemma.
this, and then you do that, and then you get real cursed.
I ship
Go for
Cap-
trends.
and-
Cursed Ignos. Go transcendence.
Yeah.
This is what we got. Transcendence going live. There we go. Like why is my transcendence impression? But Ben just be like, I ship Rella and Hella.
I still ship Hella and Proxy. They'll never go away.
I ship Orcio and
Yeah, who? Tell me who?
Nate.
Tell me.
good question. Yeah, Nate. Good one.
The also
yeah.
versus Nate thing was too strong.
No, me and Nate. Like I'm on his side. Like I'm the side.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, that entire thing.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah,
know.
you're right. Yeah, I ship Orcio and Nate. Yeah.
Easy. Yeah, no, so I'll tell you another ship that you can't deny is obviously Spag and it's
Spag?
Proxtitude.
Oh.
Who's Proxitude?
Yeah, what?
Who's that?
The South African caster that we have.
Yeah, I know.
They're so
Sorry.
good together.
Yeah.
Rella and Hella. Hella and Rella. 1v1.
True.
Hella, you have 2 accounts. Go for it.
I can't boot both at the same time.
Yeah,
My
you
PC
can.
My PC
Somehow.
will die. Like if I try to do that, I don't have to set up a VM.
That sounds like a you problem.
Just play on your Switch. Easy.
I mean, you say that, but there was a gaming event at the university that we went to. The very first gaming event, it was a 24-hour gameathon. In fact, actually,
Oh yeah, I watched that. Like for
yeah. It's a 24-hour gameathon. We did a stream this year. We did one the year before as well. We streamed it. And then, but before even A51 existed, the first time I got to uni when I was like 18, I think actually no, I would have turned 19 by that point because it was towards the end of the year. But like I was 19 at the time. Went to this gaming event, a 24-hour gaming event, and all I took was a GameCube and my TV because the lab machines didn't have RBG VGA input on. So I took my entire TV setup to this gameathon so I could play my GameCube because I could have used a converter, but I didn't have one of those, so I just brought my TV instead. But anyway, at like 3 o'clock in the morning, I ran a Mario Kart Double Dash tournament, and we did it quite serious. We had a teams tournament where like people would be on like teams, like you'd have one driver and one shooter per team, like you're on the same car. That's like gimmick of Double Dash. And you also had like a solos tournament as well, and I won the solos tournament without any sort of problems at all because my Double Dash was literally I had the GameCube and 3 games for my entire life, and Mario Kart Double Dash was one of those 3 games.
What were the other 2?
I had Mega Man Network Transmission, and I had FIFA 2002 World Cup.
That's a banger.
And yeah, I spent most of my time on Mario Kart. Like whenever I was gaming, it was Mario Kart. Anyway, so I brought it, played Mario Kart Double Dash. There were people that played Mario Kart from like other games, right? Mario Kart 7 was out at the time and things. And people were playing quite good at those. And then we played Mario Kart Double Dash. I just absolutely destroyed everyone. Because because literally I'd learned the game so much. It was a whole new ball game. But also, it's not a game that people try harded particularly. Like there's speedrun.com. Like I managed to get a time in the top 25 at one point, but I never pursued anything beyond that. Anyway, this is irrelevant for the story of the Hella versus Rella, by the way. It's coming. And that is when, obviously, Mario Kart Double Dash in the duos tournament, when you had a team of 2, I entered there was an odd number of people that signed up to take part in the duo tournament, and I decided that I would play 2 controllers at once and do the duo as an individual, and I used my feet to control the second controller, and I still won the duos tournament.
Wow. Oh, Nate apparently wants me to get out of the interview. He said in chat.
We've been talking for like half an hour.
I can't believe that wasn't censored. What the heck?
Yeah, do your job, Heather. If I
Okay.
was a mod, I would have done it.
I'm on it. I'm doing my
No,
job.
if you make me a mod now, I can do it alone.
I'm sure you'd love to do that.
I would absolutely love to do that. I love helping out the community.
Absolutely. We love to see it. We love to see it. We love to see so many people in chat, actually.
Yeah, it's actually surprising how many people are still.
I know, like we're gaining viewers the longer this goes on.
We're gaining viewers, we're just talking. No one cares about Overwatch. They just want to hear us talk.
I know, we're just here like chatting about random stuff with like a cursed camera and a scoreboard of the result, and our viewership has gone up. I think we've actually hit the peak of the stream right now, 14. While Overwatch was on and the scuffness of that was only like 4 or 5 viewers, I think, at some point. So like, there's actually quite a lot of people in chat, you know.
Yeah. I'm gonna do something real quick. Be right back.
Gold-blooded's in chat. Discord streamer community #1. Small streamers stall streamers DC community. I don't know any of these. Stygian Sticks. I can't read any of these, but it's like we're gaining people in chat, and we there's some names in here that I recognize 100%. But yeah, it's you know, this is just what happens on a late night on a Wednesday when we haven't even got to the, you know. Anyways, I probably should go and eat because I haven't eaten dinner yet. So
eat dinner now, sir.
We'll definitely,
sir.
We'll definitely do like a chill like just chatting stream at some point. I think just for a bit of fun, bit different.
Hell,
a bit less stress, you know. So
yeah. Can we do 1v1 tournament? Anyone?
Didn't we do that like once?
Yeah, like there was Ryan or something.
I tell you what, it's coming up to Christmas, so there might be a Christmas themed tournament coming up. So keep your eyes sharp and your ears peeled.
Wait, can I look in the Discord and see it already?
No.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't in this Tuesday Newsday, so
no, but like
it'll be next one if it is.
It was specifically censored for you to not see it.
I'm looking through all the Discords.
I'm just saying, A51, we promised a tournament per month, and we're going to deliver on that promise for the arena. So keep an eye out. Anyways, make sure you're in the Discord, !Discord, and have a good evening, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
I forgot to take the trend.